Person we're not gonna send it to us. They're not doing to us though, the city has. Oh, they're not somebody who's going in. Or. Okay, hello Laurel, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay, great, nice to see you.
Thanks. Wish I was there. I'm sorry.
The wonders of technology, you're here with us. So we'll get started. Hello, everybody in person and online. I'd like to call to order the September 11th, 2025 Board of Directors Library, Norwalk Public Library Board of Directors meeting. In attendance in person, we have Jamie Williams, Sherelle Harris, Alex Knopp, Geraldo Williams, Patsy Brescia, Moyna Noor, and Laurel Peterson via Zoom. I don't believe we got the minutes from last meeting, did we? They were all included in the packet.
Mhm.
Packet? Did anybody else get them?
I couldn't open it, so.
I did.
Yeah, they're right, they're all in the packet. Huh, I didn't see them in my packet for some reason, maybe I.
So
didn't
it's
see them.
usually, yeah, I got them.
Okay.
That
That was the foundation.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So who's read the minutes?
But we could, I suggest if you could have
Table
seen
them.
them, that we
Yeah.
table them.
Laurel said she read them.
Yeah, I guess we can just table them.
Okay, I'm sorry that I did not see them, but, we can table them for next time. I
Think about,
apologize for
think
that.
about.
Yeah, can we vote on, I'd like to, propose that we table the minutes.
I move that we table
I
them.
know, yeah. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, and so, there is no one here for public participation. I'd like to start the meeting with a moment of silence in honor of Greg Burnett, and, a longtime public servant and a good friend to many of us here, and a great, supporter of the Norwalk Public Library. We can have a moment of silence. Okay, thank you. I just wanted to say a few words about, a couple of things that happened at the library, this week. First of all, we had, a wonderful, debate hosted here at the Norwalk Public Library, the Democratic primary, with Darlene Young and Barbara Smith, and I was lucky to be in attendance, as were some of you here who I saw there. It was packed, Nancy on Norwalk, it was packed, standing room only, we had an overflow room, and it was just great to see. That in conjunction with, the fact that we were a polling place for the same primary, here on Tuesday. And I just want to really give a thanks to Sherelle and the staff and, the registrar of vote, the Office of the Registrar of Voters and the Norwalk Police Department, who all coordinated, very well to have a successful day of voting. So we'll also see that again in November for the municipal elections. And I just, want to say that it's great to see the Norwalk Library at the heart of democracy in our city. We are a wonderful neutral space, and exactly what the library is meant for. And I also was very, kind of taken with the fact that, you know, all of our hard work over really the past many, many years of, getting parking and upgrading the facility. I don't know, it really kind of came to bear over the last week, seeing the number of people that were here. And I just want to acknowledge that and acknowledge all of your work and acknowledge the work of Sherelle in making, and the staff for making all of that happen.
Can I ask a couple, I voted at City Hall on Sunday, so I wasn't here, and I was deeply concerned, as I've mentioned in several meetings, that about enough signage.
Oh,
about
they
that.
did a good
Yeah,
job.
because it was, I'm just, make sure that we get that quality for the election.
I just have to say, they did listen. Diana and Stuart were phenomenal with following up. I mean,
Because
they
the
really
last
cared,
round
yeah.
was
It's not
not
good.
acceptable.
But the signage was, it was big enough for everybody to see, and, with the arrows pointing, I think they did a phenomenal job with the exterior in particular. The interior, they did a good job. We just may need to, like, at the entrances, when we were fully open, let people know voting and kind of have some arrows. But other than that, I think they did phenomenally.
That's so important.
Yeah. I want to compliment Sherelle and her staff also for being able to address the issue of overcrowdedness during the debate. And they set up a room with the video of what was occurring in the
Yeah.
live space. And then Sherelle went around and got many of us who were standing. Those of us who appeared to be older and standing, she recruited us and guided us to the room. I
Where
thought,
was the room?
It was the old room where we used to have the meeting, the
Oh,
conference room.
Oh, okay.
And so I do want to give a shout out to Vicky Otis, because she and Aldo, they basically set up
Set it
the
up.
technology. I just kind of heard
Yeah,
the people, but
Great.
yeah.
live while things were going on and
yeah,
made people aware, oh, we can move here and get a seat. It was great. Thank you.
thank you.
And I saw many people walk from the Three Belden parking over very nicely, very easily over across the way and into the north entrance. So that north entrance is really.
We're coming,
It
it's coming.
took a few years.
We're coming along.
That was another 10-year effort.
Okay, so,
I want to give a shout out to Neil Rennie too, because he has been a great partner with us in getting, he has a lot on his plate, and I don't know how he handles it all. But with the parking and the removal of the fence and getting all the debris and everything out. So Neil, if you're listening, thank you.
okay, great. So, so we're back from the summer so our goal, I hope for the fall, is to start our strategic planning process. And the first step, I think we are all in agreement that a lot has happened since our last strategic plan. Facility notwithstanding, I think that there's still, you know, we're in a post-COVID environment. We are gonna be having a new mayor. Since our last strategic plan, we have a new director. We do have a lot of, we have acquired, 2 properties. So the landscape is very different and so.
And the usage.
And the usage is different, as we see from some of these
Yeah.
stats. And it's great that we have these stats and they look very comprehensive. So I think we will be, Sherelle and I will be working to get that RFP process for strategic planning consultant to hopefully get that person to work with the board and the city all together. And also, I just want to make sure that that keeps is top of mind. And also, you know, we'll also have to really kind of think about work with the city in terms of what.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you had met with purchasing at all yet.
We have not met with purchasing, but we
You know, I'm happy to help. get to that point.
Yeah, and we will definitely lean on your expertise. We do have a lot of people, we have, you know, many of you have a lot of experience with this type of work, and
I
of
think that
course.
should be our goal next week, just to, I know Sharon was on vacation. Yeah, I think she may have taken 2 vacations this summer, but I know she's back now, so I think next week would be the time to really let's try to get this rocking and rolling.
We'd have to make an appointment with her.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Oh, for sure.
So let's keep that top of mind and talk to that.
So just to Moina's point, I gave you guys the numbers that we got from the city when Moina and I met. With the mayor, Tom Livingston, Alan Lowe, and, Lamar Daniels. And so I gave you their numbers from what they gave us, and then what we have in our capital budget, just to make sure, and we need to, you know, now that Jeff is gone, figure out if we're gonna, if the money's gonna be in our budget, or if it's going to, be in her budget, so.
So I was remembering the sort of a point of concern about it. So when the city acquired 3 buildings, it used appropriately ARPA funds, which are not city capital budget funds to acquire it, which was a good idea. Because that money wasn't part of it, intended for one-time new things that were not ongoing city expenses. One of the concerns I have is that the city is using the library expansion funding to acquire the parking lot behind us. And, so of the amount that was in Jessica's budget, that should have been our budget, $800,000 of it has already been allocated to the parking when the city paid that to the Superior Court. But once the city decided to condemn and acquire by eminent domain rather than to negotiate further with Livingston, it meant that the city, as the condemnor, had to pay to the court its good faith estimate of what the court would award for the value of the property. So that $800,000 comes out of our expansion money and has been paid. The trial on the issue of the value of the parking lot is going to be occurring apparently next month. And both sides will present their appraisals and give testimony. And there's a possibility, I don't know whether it's a likelihood, there's a possibility that a court may decide that the property is worth more than $800,000. I'm sure Mr. Milligan will be presenting evidence that it is.
How many, do we know how many spaces there are? Cause is the price now about 35,000 a space?
Yes.
I should get those figures. The last,
Spaces.
the value of a parking space.
Well,
There is a specific which we can get. It's probably more than that since the last time I looked.
Milligan was saying that he was gonna build units on the place, so it's not really the value of a parking space from his point of view, our point of view. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a contested issue.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is that if the court, after the presentation of evidence at a trial next month, awards more than $800,000, there's to me, a danger that the city will take it out of our remaining expansion money of about $700,000. So I think one thing to get clear is if you're gonna go out for an RFP for a design expert, suppose that we do that before the court issues its judgment. We don't want to be in the position of the city saying we're reserving some or all of that leftover expansion funding to cover a possible negative result of the court. So I think one thing to get clear is you know, how do we protect
Is there a trial date? Is the date set?
I'm not aware of it. I met with the corporation council because they've asked me to be a witness. So we said sometime in October.
Okay.
Um,
Well, that,
so, I don't know.
Yeah.
Now, could it settle before then? Yes. Knowing,
I doubt it.
some of the parties, I think it's difficult. So anyway, I just want to warn.
Yeah, that's good
It's a good
information.
Yeah.
A cautionary
Yeah.
tale here. That we don't want to be committing funds that we don't actually control. So that's something to work out, I think, with the city.
Thank you, Al.
Yeah, thank you. That's actually a good point. So let's get some more information on it.
Mm, yeah.
Make sure that they know that we're paying attention to that. Okay, do you want?
Ready?
Yeah.
That's all. Good evening, everyone. Evening, everyone online. I will begin with our capital budget updates. So I spent, I think, or August 12th, I think I sent out the quarterly update. And I just wanted to give you a further update. So, with our laptop vending machines, we've pretty much closed that account out. We've spent that down. It should not, what it is yet.
Thanks, question, I think it's up for us, I mean, I think that was a great thing to do. Do we have any record of its usage?
We do. We started being, actually,
That's good.
we started, it should say laptops in here, and that's the laptop vending machine. So we did.
Why not? I have that.
So here. it's-
No,
it says
it's
laptop
turned over.
hotspot, and then it says laptop shut off.
Oh, yeah.
Get it?
Yeah. So this would show that, last year, there were almost 700 checkouts. And this year, we're above 800. Good. Oh, that's good to see. Thank you. That's very helpful.
No, it's a lot, but
Yeah,
it's
no,
fascinating for me.
that's great.
And then we can compare to, 2023 and 2024.
Good.
So that one will close out, that's the laptop vending machines, the update. The laptop dispensers, there's $1,000 roughly, so we can close that one out. We don't need anything else for that. With, the auditorium refresh, Lori's working to integrate, remote microphone systems to use for events that take place on the main floor. And so she's in the process of sending that down. And with the technology upgrade, we spent roughly 20,500 to replace the Wi-Fi access points so that they were stronger and, not spotty throughout the building. We've converted over to Windows 11 from Windows 10. And, the rest of the money will be spent to upgrade the technology or the machines needed to, be compatible with Windows 11. So I think by October, November, we should have this money totally spent down.
Can I ask you, Sherelle, what's the difference between laptop vending machines and laptop dispensers?
So that's a good question. So the machines, I'm assuming
Yeah,
are the
yeah,
outer
yeah.
portion, and then the dispensers was, I think, the internal part where, the laptops actually are dispensed.
Okay, just curious.
I think, so, let's see, so 17, this is for the upgrade. So in the contract, every 5 years, we have to upgrade, the dispensers and the laptop. So that was for the upgrade, so that's something new. And then this is for the whole project, yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry.
And Michelle, where are we with the library van purchase?
You know, I apologize, I did not get to talk to Matt, I know he's purchased it, but I don't know, or,
wow.
yeah, so, yeah.
He's ordered it.
He's ordered it,
Okay,
yeah.
but, yeah,
So we just have to, and I intended to call him today, but with the furniture, I just got,
Yeah, yeah,
but it was approved, yeah, so he's all set, I have to just find out when it's coming in.
mhm,
It'll take a while because they have to customize and get it
Yeah.
together, so
Is it electric
it
van?
is.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
And-
We
and,
love it.
and then, the door handles, is Neil working on that?
So, I did send him, a reminder, so I'll just send him another one. He's just like so
Yeah,
busy, but
yeah.
on his
It's important for us to be
Yeah.
proactive so that they know we're really, serious. So this is serious. I know for the record, it's important. Okay, yeah.
But it's on there, I think Bill, so the ADA coordinator and Neil, I did send them an email, so I'll follow up.
Mhm.
Everybody, this summer is just a vacation, so fall, we'll just have to.
Yep,
How about Sono? Is everything kind of done over at Sono?
So, because we didn't spend any contingency money, we were able to order what we call phase two. The furniture has come in, the adjustable, the OPAC stand where they check the catalog to see what's in there. There's an adjustable one, so it can be lowered for, if we have handicap or someone in a wheelchair. So that's 88. I'm just real excited about that. I'm just geeked out about that. Only thing that hasn't come in yet are the end panels. So we still have that, fire red there, but then it'll be a neutral kind of a beige
So
color.
when you walk in, those end panels
That'll
there.
be, yes, it'll be a
but
neutral.
but our cabinets aren't red anymore, or whatever.
No, thanks to the board. So, they painted the doors, they painted the cabinets and the countertops. Yeah.
Okay.
And people were commenting on both libraries when they came in and go, oh, you're matching the Sono library now. And so people actually were
Yeah.
making the
Good,
correlation.
that's perfect,
Yeah.
perfect.
Excuse me a second. I got a note from someone saying they've been raising their hands to speak since
Oh.
7 o'clock.
Who was raising their hand?
Diane, Laura said.
Oh, we didn't know that was public. I'm sorry, nobody emailed us to say, Diane, are you there? I don't even see her.
I don't see anybody, but, Mary.
Yeah, sent it at 7:07.
Oh, yeah,
I just-
Diane, I have my hand up to speak.
Diane.
Her too. Let me text her.
Is she on?
If she- if she could call us if, I just hate those technology.
Let's see.
I will be checking my message, just a coincidence.
I see something, BK raised hand.
Participants.
I don't see her. I see-
There,
Oh, in attendees, see if you go to over to attendees. On the other side, up on top of that participant section, there's a hand raised.
Yes, yeah. Diane?
who's PK?
I don't know.
Is that her?
Well, she says she has her hand tone.
She must be on mute.
Let's see.
Diane is never on mute.
Be nice.
Stating a fact.
I think she, because I don't feel anything.
Did she text you back and tell her to
That's
call
right,
you
yeah.
and we could do it on the phone? Rather than have
Yeah.
to think we.
We call her to see.
Yeah, I just told her, I said, feel free to call, we can put you on speaker.
Yeah. And also the record should show that Mary Mann has joined the meeting.
The record should show that Mary Mann has joined the meeting. Thank you.
Hi, Mary. Hi, Mary.
Hi, I've been here since 7:02.
Okay, well. We've been looking at papers, not at the screen.
I saw her, but I thought you had already.
No, I
No,
think they
no,
were,
no.
So
I guess we're like oriented.
What's up now?
We want it to come back.
Yeah.
Did you text?
I did.
Yeah, good.
I wonder if she would be Ken.
She raised her hand.
All right, so, you know what, we can move on to the statistical comparison, and I don't know if anyone has any.
I have one, comment about the capital budget. So this is the library's capital budget, but I also just wanna, well, or if you wanna speak to it, the Guardian has their own capital budget that we're making improvements.
So,
on,
yeah, what they're doing in their budget is the elevator, and we're looking, to January or February for that, and then, the roofs at both libraries. I don't have a time frame for that as yet, but that's coming from their budget.
For this
Yes.
coming fiscal year, okay.
That's huge.
It is huge. Stop calling for
Yeah.
reading in our rooms. Now, I'm sorry, any other questions? Okay. So just some things that I noted, I think we're doing well, particularly since COVID. The numbers are going up. The attendance and the program numbers, went down a bit, but we have to remember Sono was closed for roughly 6 to 7 months. And, what I'm learning from the children's departments are that ever since COVID, it's hard to get the elementary students back into the building for programs. The younger kids come, but they're really having
Oh, yeah.
an issue getting the others back
Yeah.
into the building. For
Yeah, that's very
programs.
obvious, like 0 to 5 is pretty high, and then the 6 to 11 drops.
But, you know, they're doing other things, you know, like they're having like the live virtual, and some of these statistics are things that, the state wants us to keep as well. But it's also good for us to see the live virtual, so when we have the online programs, and then the self-directed programs are basically, you know, you have something out and people can just do the programs themselves, so. Yeah, so that was one notation, but I just wanted to give the caveat that Sono was closed and,
So, but this combines both of them?
It does.
Okay. this is-
I do have each of them keep separate, but for this purpose. yeah. So if you ever want to see them, separated, I can give that.
Can I just ask a question? I had done a lot of scout work years back and with badges and stuff. And I don't know if we reached out to the scouts for that age group to recommend that they do a badge and have the kids come here.
We used to have, I know at Sono, they used to meet at. the
Yeah,
library.
well, I'm talking about the badge or even just a tour or, you know, whatever to get them
They get the
exposed.
reward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both the girls and boys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. In both places, you know, okay.
Yeah, maybe at some point in the future, we could talk to Vicky and someone at Sono about what is, you know, what they're trying to do to get kids back. Well, the little ones obviously are coming in droves,
Yeah.
but some of the older ones, we wanna definitely make sure
Yeah,
that we're
definitely, yeah.
engaging with the elementary, middle, you know, the teen center and all of
sure.
that.
I mean, if you look at the programs, you'll be able to see, like monthly online, you have the different programs that, so they are, you know, there's the effort.
Yeah.
Trying to do things, and like there's, finales were great, the summer reading finale. So if you can see online the different efforts that they're
They're making.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
totally. know that, yeah.
Alright, so with our adults, a little bit similar with the, attendance, but again, Sono was closed. I think the room bookings is worth noting. Particular, well, for both libraries, actually, people really want to use our room. So, having an updated facility would be phenomenal.
Yeah.
Lori's done a great job of updating the technology in the auditoriums. Too, but just, people, space is a thing, and people like the library, so. Wi-Fi usage has gone up, and with Sono particularly opening, it's really, gone up. Let's see. And
That's a lot of work
the
to
door
keep this,
yeah,
all this logged in.
yes. So each of them have their own, areas that they keep, and then I get them monthly. So again, if you ever need to see them separated. Okay. Door count, Maine has gone up. Sono, had gone up in 24, and they, went down more in, this past fiscal year, so we have to figure that one
Oh,
out.
we were closed for a long time.
Yeah.
So that,
Well, we were open for 2025, we were closed, 2024. I'm sorry.
we should just highlight the fact that that's why those figures are different, being closed.
And then the card,
It is great to see the Sono, of course, we have the closure, which affects the numbers, but
Yeah,
at Maine, they're, post-COVID, it's a consistently going up,
yeah.
yeah.
And then library cards, in some areas we need, to work on. I think that's an area that we need to bolster, is like the campaign and the perks of library cards. One of the ideas Reagan and I actually came up with is, the museum paths sending out like a newsletter, because we get all the things that are happening, they send it to us, and just sending out a newsletter basically saying, this is what's happening this month, and just have a list of the different things going on. So just kind of coming up with some new ideas.
yeah, that's-
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a big draw.
So I don't know if you have any question. You'll see, I think, some of the computer usage in-house has gone down, but basically because people are bringing in their own devices and taking advantage of from the Wi-Fi. So I captured both the sessions, like how many times people log in the minutes. I asked her, the Lori actually put those numbers together. And then we just broke it down so you can see like you can see them separated, but then you can see total adult, which would include both buildings, total YA, total children's sessions, and then total minutes. And then the final part is basically, our collection size. And as you can see, the ebook. Oh, wow. Yes. It's huge.
I'm just really interested and curious in how this is gonna, affect. I mean, you've been talking a little bit about, like, the cost, the budgeting, just the way that people are interacting online with it's just kind of a transformational type of technology.
Well, that's a lot, while the focus as a community center kind of concept, as our programs, the music, whatever, the music, whatever. And this corridor of the city has we'll have, I haven't added it all up, but I'd say 2,000 to 3,000 new residents, if not more.
Yeah.
The Y property is 200 by itself.
Yeah, well, I think that's a good number here, and then around Merit 7 area, that's a.
Yeah,
four-
but I mean, this
Yes.
is right here, you know?
Yeah.
You know, right, very proximate.
Outreach, like Sono Crystal, we had a young lady that would go to the, like, thing with the Sheffield and the different places.
That's a great
and take
idea.
things over and say, hey, we're here.
Yeah,
There's, you know, packets and things like that, so I think we can incorporate
Yeah,
that part of
yeah,
it too.
for all,
Incorporate that for all the new buildings.
yeah, that's a great idea.
The people used to be a Y there.
Don't break my heart. 35 years, of my life down the drain.
I learned to swim there.
All right, let's move
So my
on.
kids,
So policy, I sent a precursor, so you can have it
I
before.
just wanna say thank you for this. This
Yeah.
is like really
This is-
great. It's a very.
it's
easy to
huge amount of
read,
work.
And it's a lot of work on, for you and your staff and, but yet it's like, as we're kind of just wading into it, it's starting to tell a story, which is very important, so.
For the strategic plan, we're gonna have to go back to whatever we have
I
for
have those.
COVID and pre-COVID, you know, and have that, cause that's gonna be a discussion point, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
it for this. All right, so for the policy. So the circulation policy, the supervisors met with, some of the people at the different set points. And the basic change was just the privacy and what we record, what we keep. So just say if we were to take, passports, we would list like the country of the passport. And we're, down to just putting the last 4 digits in rather than whole numbers. So if somebody gives us a driver's license, we're gonna put the whole number in, we would put the last 4. If it's, passport, we would put the last 1, not whole numbers. We would take it just so we can verify that they are who they are, but we're recording a little bit differently in our databases.
And have we had any visitors?
Yeah, I heard they might have been like outside, I personally haven't seen it. And nobody's come inside, so we haven't had any. Yeah,
Get prepared.
so we had some questions for the city, you know, we're just waiting, because we wanna make sure we're lockstep with what the city is doing. So,
With the passport thing, yeah, perfect target.
yeah. for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Not a good time. So that was the basic change. Peter, who is my guru, and he is like, I don't know if you all know Peter, he's at our circulation desk. Like, he really cares. He goes through this, everything, and he thinks of every scenario and, you know, but he's a team player. If people decide, he's like, okay, but he gets it in, and I just want him to know that I don't look at it as he's been with pain, I look at it as he just really cares. So, basically, he sent me an email, and I think it was Meriden, because initially we had decided not to keep anything, but he said, Sherelle, I called Meriden because there was an issue with a patient who was from Meriden who wanted to check out with us. He said the first thing they asked me for was the driver's license, not the name, not the, email address, not their card number. And he said they keep people in by, I guess by driver's license. His point was, that, I guess, just say if Janie forgets her library card, she has to prove who she is. It can't be like somebody who lives in the household, who just comes in and knows her birth date and that sort of thing. So he's saying that we should at least keep the last 4 of something, even if we don't keep the whole thing, just so we make sure. Because we've had issues where, a parent or somebody is upset because somebody's used their card. And his thing is just keep it, even though we want to keep people, their privacy, we want to also keep people safe. So he does his homework before he says anything. So anyway, basically, there's a couple of things in here, so if we approve it, I would just like to have a little wiggle room for the area that says responsibility of library card holders. He just said there was an area in there that was a little redundant. Yeah. Basically, if the transaction takes place in person, he said, you know, there's some areas in there that's redundant. And that was. Yeah, I think that was pretty much it. So we just maybe have, if we approve it just with the caveat that we can have a little wiggle room to edit the responsibility of library card holders. Again, we have-
Is there a link? I didn't realize there was a link.
No, that's,
Capability.
That makes it a lot easier when people designate, I'm sorry, Nancy, what?
I don't think you should have that caveat. You should come back to the board and ask for a change to keep it very clean.
Okay, so then I'll just say if we can just take that line.
There's no, yeah.
Okay, so let's just go through it. I'm sorry,
No,
Yes.
go ahead, and finish with that.
okay.
It's, you know, then some employee could interpret it differently than another. And it's gotta be very clear.
Well, let's just, let's go through it. So, basically I added back in, so on page 2, I would like to add, I think that's the part you wanted to take out, if it takes place in
Yeah,
person.
because you have to have the library card ID with you, so you have to be in.
So we'll take that part out if the transaction takes place in person. And we added that they will provide the last 4 digits of the identification that they provide, in addition to the month and date of their birthday. So that's page 2.
So this is only for adults, is this only for?
No, it's for everybody, right? Comprehensive. And then on page 6.
3, it's a
Okay, so we-
repeat of the
It's a
previous.
repeat,
yeah.
yeah. So the last 4 digits of the identification, so
Yeah,
that.
I apologize. We go back to page 2.
Sure.
If you're gonna take out the first, or the yellow there,
Mhm.
so how often transactions take place if not in person?
Sometimes people call over the phone to renew.
This is to pick up items on hold in their stead. I didn't realize it applied to renewals also.
Oh, no, you're right, exactly. So I think that's probably why he said take that part out.
Okay. Because it's assumed that all transactions will be.
Will be in person,
Right.
correct.
Okay.
We could change it to when, and leave it, but,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so now we go to 6.
On page 6, yeah, so basically same thing.
Okay.
We just added, the last 4 as another, identifying function. That's what it is, but the ID provided.
That's it, right? Oh, I would move, these changes as, presented.
Second, Emma.
What is the red here? Is that a change? These.
No,
Red
that's just highlighted.
in the document, okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so,
You wanna move?
oh, I moved,
You
he
moved to
seconded.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Online,
Online,
okay,
okay.
unanimous, yes.
Yes.
So then the next would be our homebound policy. And I know we discussed this before, but I don't think we ever took a formal vote, so I just wanted to. Have a formal vote.
Oh,
So where is that? Okay, there we are.
Second to last.
Yep, so this is all new, is that what you're saying?
No,
No.
I sent it before, but I don't think we ever formally adopted it.
Okay,
So basically, if anybody, has a medical issue or physical, immobility, that they're eligible, to take out up to 10 or have 10 library items delivered to them every 2 weeks. And that there's no fee, but it's for Norwalk residents.
wish I knew that when I was laid up with my arm.
And so we have the different numbers, for both buildings that they can call,
That's great.
that they can complete, that they need help or they can't complete the form online. It has to be a Norwalk, resident and card holder.
But this policy is a new policy, right?
It will be.
New
correct,
policy.
yes.
So
It's a current practice and a new policy.
a current practice for the new policy.
So some people get really, yes.
So they're not, have a card. Would you, help them get a card for their?
And that's part of the policy, and that's why, we've had, in the policy, we say that they can designate somebody to come in. So we have the homebound in the policy too, because we've had a lot of, and Susan Russo is very good about keeping track about that, with that. We had a lot of people call in and they're like, I have nobody and I can't get there. And, we require that, they're in person, that they have their ID, so this, that policy, what's in this policy will help, and then having the homebound policy will help.
Question,
Yes, sir.
following the same thing Jenny mentioned, that if someone is at home and they applied for this and they didn't have a license, a library card, do they then get a library card or?
We can help them, like, they can designate someone.
But I mean, by default, do you just ask them to apply for a library card in that situation?
They would have to if they wanna check out something.
Okay, good.
Yeah, they would definitely have.
They would have to have one.
They have to have.
Okay,
So, I move to adopt this policy.
No,
Or,
well, one of us,
okay, somebody else.
I'm happy to move.
Second.
All in favor?
Thank you. All right, the material donation.
Okay, I thought we were on. What about the past policy? What about the past policy?
The what?
The past
Oh,
policy,
museum passes?
yeah.
But we can go to that.
Yeah. I'm just looking at this and I see it's a $5 fine, and I think $5 is inadequate. That it should, these passes are worth a lot more than $5,
No, that's a little different. So the
No?
line above tells you that the charges can range from, and actually we probably need to change this.
Yeah, but if you put it in the box, it's $5.
Yes,
So that doesn't say an additional $5.
well, it says returning them any place other than the circulation desk from where they are checked out will result. And it's just asking them not to reach. Are you saying we should add that if they do return them in the drop, that there will be a fee? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that, we don't want them, you don't want them in the box, so the fee should be substantial, so that they're not lazy and that they come in after having a nice advantage of a free museum pass.
What's your suggestion?
$25.
45?
25.
25.
Just, $5 to some people is not worth getting out of the car.
Gotcha. Anybody have a motion with that change?
Well, I don't know what everybody else feels, it's just my opinion.
That
Yeah.
sounds steep. I would make it 25. What about 15? Or maybe even 20. 25 is kind of like really steep.
I think her point is that trying to prevent them to let
Yeah,
them know,
yeah.
don't
Don't do it.
do it, yeah. Because those passes cost a lot and then they get messed up in the box and
Right.
you order and all of that. It's just a way to let them know, like,
Okay.
If
don't.
this is a valuable thing.
Thank you, Mom.
Anyway.
I agree, but I'm not on board.
Well, that's important. Your input is important.
I'm fine with 25.
I think it is it's a deterrent.
Well, I'll
That's what
move
we're Trying
it
to do.
and then.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
I'm not in favor.
Okay.
I say no.
Yeah.
Okay, all not in favor, opposed?
Me, I'm, 25 is too late to speak.
Okay. Oh, passes.
So I don't know if we wanna reiterate for whoever's taking notes that is one abstention. I'm
Yeah.
not one abstention, one no.
One no was from Jamie. The rest were yes.
So it's 25. Correct?
yes.
Do you have any information? Is it the same people that take the passes out all the time? Or is it pretty broad?
It's pretty broad. Where we did have the same people is with the Wi-Fi hotspots. And we decided, because people want returns from, even though we turn them off, they just not worth bringing it back and then we just, so we just got rid of the service. We recently got rid of the service, so it was those same people pretty much hogging it. But with the museum passes, you do see different.
Oh, good, that's
people.
good.
And what I've asked the staff to do now, they're doing, each building, they're keeping track of, the individual passes. Like what you get here is kind of a totality, but they're doing, the individual passes in each building. And the one that goes out the most is probably Stepping Stones, Beardsley Zoo.
Yeah.
I have to tell you, somebody came in one Saturday, I happened to be working the desk, and they wanted to go to your place.
Yeah.
But the pass had expired.
Oh,
So
good.
no, but you know, I called and I said, hey, so they made, I had to renew right there. And then they honored the old pass.
That's great to hear.
Yeah, so that was really nice.
How's the Met one doing?
The Met is doing pretty good. I have to look at it again. That's the one I need to keep an eye on. I wish I had the number. I'm really sorry.
That's okay.
But we
can
have
do that
had
another
people-
time,
Yeah,
but
I
we
guess
should-
You'll
we
have
should
to take it
definitely-
out,
Yeah,
use it.
but when I've been at the desk, people have asked for it. So I know I'm not sure if it's doing as well as the Intrepid. So honestly, I can't speak to that right now. But next month, I will have a report for you.
Good.
Excellent. Okay. Okay, so we move on to material gifts. All right, so with that one, basically, I just took out the friends. And. Well, that was basically it. So basically now if people want to donate, they can donate to the history room collection. Or they can donate to just generally to the main library or the Sono libraries, adult and children for both places. We're trying to get it where they're donating on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If people come, we're not like draconian about it, we'll just say, we'll take them this time, but just know it's Tuesdays, Thursdays, because that's just kind of a relief for the men that just are back and forth and then have to start with like throwing it out, so we're trying to get it that way. The only thing, that we need to figure out if this is passed is the cash, like where are we gonna put the cash? And maybe that's the foundation discussion, but that's the only thing we have to figure out.
Yeah, I think we should table that part.
We'll do the foundation.
Yeah.
So you mean gifts of cash?
Yeah, when they purchase, in cash. Where does that?
Yeah, so,
Remember we
This
had-
policy is giving, donating, leaving books and things.
Mhm. But it's, I mean,
It doesn't even address that
but we
issue.
that shouldn't be addressed.
No, and that's correct. That's good. I want to just highlight
Okay,
that.
yeah.
Yes. Yes. The policy is the library receives them and then the foundation deals with it. Yeah. I move these changes.
All in favor?
I,
Anyone opposed or? Okay, everyone.
oh,
So I'm still fighting the fight with the, part-time staff hourly rate increases. There's been lots of, discussion. I think I shared that I got a pretty heated email. But since then, I received a call from the, head of finance. And we had a very palatable conversation, and he did say to me that he was in favor of, the raises.
for
For
this year
You
or
know,
not?
that's what we're trying to figure out. So there was a meeting scheduled, he scheduled a meeting with, it was Tom, with, his second in command himself. Lamont wasn't on the meeting, so I, just let him know that there was a meeting. The meeting was then canceled, so now I'm just, we're waiting, the next meeting.
Okay.
But I'm just taking him at his word, he sounded, and he supported it. And just for the record, I just really need people to understand that it's been since 2012, and that's over 10 years,
Wow.
that some
That's
part-timers,
13 years.
no, I'm saying over, it's been over, yeah.
Yeah, but
That-
13 is a lot over
It's a
than
lot.
10.
But the librarians haven't had a raise even prior to that.
Oh, my goodness.
Because when we gave the raises, we could only give them to the clerks and the library assistants. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So I do want to share, So, the full timers are in unions, and there's like the collective bargaining. And so, each year, so, people ask like, are things like the cost of living being taken into account? Or cost of living, plus steps. The part-timers don't get any of this. And when you think of over 10 years without a raise, I just think it's crazy. And the thing is, we've always relied heavily on our part-timers, and they show up and they are loyal. They could easily say, I've given the proof, other libraries are paying more. We've also seen, the state, and what they say we should be paying for this area. So the benchmarks for our area here. So I think, staff they feel unappreciated. They feel very much unappreciated, particularly when they see other positions being created in the city, and particularly when they see the salaries of others in the city. And it's demoralizing. And they work hard. And so I'm really hoping that they're hearing that, and we're open 7 days a week. And often, 12 hours a day, we're always public facing, always public facing. So, and they do a great job. So I'm a little upset about this, but I'm,
Well,
we
it's
had a
great that you're pursuing it, and obviously anything we can do to help. is-
And, so I just wanted to say that, we have written to the mayor, and, well, during the budget time, we definitely wrote to the mayor, we spoke at public meetings, advocating for the raises. Since then, we've also, written to the mayor, and I just yesterday had a conversation with Mayor's Chief of Staff again, pushing for these raises to be looked at for this year, so that, that is very much on top of mind for them right now. So I hope that we'll see a good outcome, and, I make sure that we rectify.
And so and some
To
of
get
it,
back.
we're not even asking, and some of it is rollover. So we may be asking for, additional, and I gave everything to you guys in the budget, like what we need. But, I'm just looking at the money that they've saved over the years with not funding positions or putting a position out
I
there
definitely brought that
and then
up too.
taking them back. And I'm looking at all this. And so, it's kind of a little bothersome, for me. And, we don't have people out picketing, we don't have people out saying whatever. And I don't begrudge any other department, but I think the library is just as important as these other departments. So I just.
Sherelle,
Yes,
Sherelle, Mary Mann had her hand up and I have a question
Oh.
too.
Sorry.
That's
Go
okay.
ahead, Go ahead, Laurel. Go ahead.
It's all right. You were first.
My question is, what is Lamont's position on this? And is he assisting you in trying to get these raises and this information passed?
I think so, yes.
Are you unionized?
So we are, the librarians and the full-time people are. And so, they get we get our steps, we get our cost of living increases and things like that. But 10 years without anything.
So, yeah, no. I'm just wondering if the union can help advocate for your part-timers. No.
Not there, yeah, but I did
Okay.
share, I think with both of them, because I let them know it's affect, like the supervisors, it affects the supervisors because of staff morale.
Oh, yeah.
I did
Yeah.
share with them, I don't know that they can do anything, but I just wanted them to be aware.
Yeah. No, behind you 100%. Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, I didn't know she had, I'm sorry, Linda.
I was gonna say, just in my conversation, I did learn that the city really is not in favor of a rollover, that they really want to move away from the
I've heard that. too.
concept of rollover, and that if they were to do anything, it would be a special appropriation. And
Fine,
so,
whatever they have to do.
So, other than the temps, do you have other full-time employees that are not part of the union, that are
No.
not unionized? So all of the staff,
All
full-time
full-time.
staff, okay. Including the library.
Yeah, definitely. And they're the ones that are way below benchmark. So our librarians are being paid $26.29 for our area. Or actually, this was last year, maybe gone up even more, was 34. So my request, and just to let you all know that, minimum wage is going up again in January.
Yeah.
So it went up 16.35, and Cindy, lady, thank you for bringing that to our attention. It went up it was 16.35 in January of 2025, it's going to be 16.94 in January of 26. So that makes our clerks will be paid 6 cents less than minimum wage.
They can't be.
I'm not sorry, more, I'm sorry. They'll just be getting 6 cents more than our shelvers or, thank you, Patsy. So, but 6 cents more, either way, it's not good.
It's all out of whack.
Yeah, so my suggestion, because I think, each of the, part-timers at least deserve a $2 raise. And then the library assistants, since they like us to do things, not librarians, my suggestion would be if they're gonna do it this year for a special appropriation, to at least bring them to 31 until we can get them up to the 34.
And
So-
by that time, it'll be more.
Exactly.
I mean, nothing is final, I do. want to say that.
No,
So I
thanks
just
for all
wanted
that
to-
effort.
To put that out there, okay, what's good? Library ban, Alex asked about that, I will find, and I apologize, I intended to call today, but moving furniture kind of took precedence, I'll find out about the ban. The reading room furniture arrived today, so if anybody wants to come and have a look, it's very comfortable, it's very beautiful, and I just want to thank the team, because we all have very different styles. And we all came
And
finally,
color choice.
and color choices. So Patsy, Moina, Janie, Cindy, Lady,
Mary came to some.
and yeah, and myself.
And I'm colorblind, that's why I don't come to those events. Yeah.
I am a little bit too. That was always a big argument.
With the
Where's the
gold. Where's the
gold?
gold?
Show me the gold. I don't see it.
My green receptor is defective.
That's mine. Mine is green too.
We all have our strengths.
Yeah.
Restraint is the law.
I'm aware of my weakness, believe me.
I would like to say about the furniture, it is, one of the things that we were really trying to go for is to make the library comfortable. And especially, we took in consideration the elderly, especially,
With
The handicap.
the handicap and so I think you'll find that what we got really, I think really will serve that purpose.
Yeah.
They're comfortable chairs, they're good, strong, they have good arms, and, I think that not just the elderly, I think everyone
Everybody.
will really enjoy them, and, so.
And
It was.
and I'd like to thank the foundation for paying the difference that we
Yes,
were able
thank
to
you.
upgrade the quality, to the standard that is appropriate for us. We didn't have enough in the budget.
Thank you.
Yeah, we also got some new tables and chairs too.
All right. Oh, speaking of chairs, just to throw this in, I had, put together, a list. We had, money left over. We really wanted chairs for the auditorium because they're just horrendously old. They're not, suitable for the elderly. And we weren't asking for anything else. This was money that was in our budget. And we just needed that auditorium is used quite a bit. We haven't had, I think those chairs probably they have to be from the sixties, seventies. And so I sent you all, I think it was in my August update. But, the supervisors had chosen some chairs. They're actually the same chairs that we purchased for downstairs. At the tables. And so
Did those stack?
they do.
And do you know how much they were?
Yeah,
I just bought 120. I think it was like $170 a chair. And they're very similar to the ones at the community room at City Hall.
These were, I think it came to roughly 31,000, I think, for 150.
See you later.
Bye, thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye, thank you. Bye. That was one of the things. One of the questions I was asked is, what will we do, if we don't get it? Or perhaps just buy, just what we need, because I had mentioned maybe have, the ends would have arms, for the elderly, but then we would just have the hodgepodge again. So I don't know what that has come to, but we had identified back in June some areas that we could have, taken from, so. All right, so that's that. Text message notifications, we're almost there. The pens are in place, which would be the last four of their library card numbers is what they'll need. And I think we should be ready for text notifications by October. And with the public copiers, that's still in the works because they were trying to figure out, what Xerox was offering wasn't compatible with, the city, with I can't think of what it is, the city's, financials. So they're trying to work that out to see, just to get the compatibility, but I think we're almost there. So people, the basic thing is people will be able to use their credit card now, because people have been wanting to use that, but they can only do the cash. So that's in the works. And then passport service, we had one person get sick, we had another person have to be recertified. So once that person is recertified, because Sono wasn't approved we brought that passport person over here. So we'll have two, passport people. And we're aiming, I know this is a long time coming, but we're really almost there. We're aiming for October.
Who didn't approve some of the passport service?
They did not,
No. But they had the pass, but.
they did.
Who,
It was the passport.
Yeah, but who is the body that approves it? What agency?
The passport agency.
State Department
Yeah,
Passport
State
Agency.
yeah.
Did they give a reason why?
They basically said we had enough service in the area.
I don't know.
We got booted.
Yeah, we got booted. Yeah.
Party!
Wow. Okay. I don't
Well,
know.
I don't know either. But they had to be almost done.
Yeah, I'll try signing back in, but they may be switching over to the foundations.
All right, we'll try that.
Yeah. Okay.
See you there.
All right.
Bye. Oops, I don't know what this is. Cancel. I don't want to do that. I just want to get out of here.